Hello, I am Hun from Quang Radio and Television, and welcome to QRT News 2018 with the following headlines. FIDR, an important factor in the conservation of Go-to culture and weaving craft. The Finnish ambassador in Vietnam and mini SCADA project in Tam Kỳ City. To prepare for the Japanese Days in Quang, which is going to take place from August the 17th to 19th for the 45th anniversary of the establishment of bilateral diplomatic relations between Vietnam and Japan, on July the 12th, Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee Lê Văn Thành chaired the meeting with relevant department sectors and localities to discuss and make a consensus on the activities of the event. At the meeting, the delegates discussed the contents of invitations, the schedules, and comments on the scripts of the opening and closing ceremonies of the event Japanese Days in Quang and the 16 Hoi An Japan Cultural Exchanges for 2018. The event has featured activities such as Meeting Japanese Investors Program, Quang Japan Friendly Exchange Seminar, displaying typical handicrafts of the craft villages from Quang and Hanoi in Hoi An, workshop on smart urban construction and development in association with environmental protection, and awarding the certificates of the event's Goodwill Ambassador. These activities will be held in Hoi An and Tam Kỳ cities, whereas the opening and closing ceremonies will be held at the An Hoi Garden. The opening ceremony will be live broadcasted on QRT at 8 p.m. on the 17th of August 2018. In the afternoon of July the 11th, the delegation of Finnish embassy in Vietnam, led by Mr. Kari Juhani Kahiloto, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary, came to learn about the mini SCADA project in Tam Kỳ City, Quang Nam Province. Accompanying him were Mr. Marco Tapani Saarinen, Minister Councillor of Finnish Embassy and representative of the supplier ABB Oil Company from Finland. The delegation visited the Grid Control Center at Quang Nam's Electricity Company. This is an important section of the mini SCADA project in Tam Kỳ City. In the process of modernizing the electric grid, the Central Electricity Corporation has received a new preferential credit, which is 200 billion Vietnam dong from the government of Finland to build the mini SCADA system for Tam Kỳ City, Quang Nam Province and Pleiku City, Gia Lai Province. After 2 years of implementation, the project has been completed and gone into operation, which has brought about practical effects in regulating and operating the power grid. Thereby, the quality of electric power in the project's area is guaranteed continuously and stably, reducing accidents and the time of power cut. Mr. Kari, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Finnish Embassy in Vietnam, expressed his pleasure about the effect of the Finnish government's investment on the development of smart power grids in Vietnam, particularly mini SCADA in Tam Kỳ and Pleiku. The Finnish ambassador also paid attention to the smart grid investment in Hoi An City and the development of grids in the mountainous districts of Quang Nam. For nearly 10 years now, the Japanese Foundation for International Development and Relief, or FIDR, has been associated with the mountainous districts of Nam Giang, Dong Giang, and Tây Giang. In addition to supporting go-to farmers to grow livestock and develop cultivation, FIDR also invests in restoring traditional crafts such as basketing or brocade weaving. It can be said that FIDR support programs have brought great changes for the ethnic minorities in the work of poverty reduction and cultural identity preservation. Just joined the brocade weaving group of Zara Village, Tập Hình commune in Nam Giang district for more than a year, but Cô A Cói has herself invested 5 new weaving textures that both bear to cultural identity and fit the taste of visitors from many places. 3 times a week, Miss A Cói, together with nearly 40 women in the textile group, gathered in good house to receive and complete the ordered traditional weaving products, as well as exchange with each other how to make more new beautiful and durable models. Previously, I do not know this job, but now I can weave properly thanks to the teaching of many sisters. Here, people earn money based on the number of products that they make, depending on the capacity of each person. The income varies for about 400,000 to 500,000 dong per month. During 10 years of operation in Guangnam mountainous area, FIDR has contributed to the restoration of two traditional brocade weaving villages, Zara Village, Taping Commune, Namyak District, and Dorong Village, Talu Commune, Dongyang District. This has created jobs for nearly 100 Go-To women. Notably, in 2017, FIDR collaborated with photographer Ren Han and Guangnam Tourism Promotion Center to bring Go-To culture down the street. This helps Go-To people become more aware of their cultural identity and is also an approach for them to improve their income. This is the self-made group since 2011. We made products ourselves. This project has initially created conditions for the training on models inventing and market access. From 2011 onwards, the project has assisted us in attracting more and more visitors. The performance of Go-To ethnic people in Hoi An ancient town is our next step in supporting and helping Go-To people to restore their cultural values and traditional traits with the ultimate purpose of durable poverty reduction. We also hope to continue assisting the Go-To people in 2018 and the coming years so that they will have a more stable and developed life and that the culture of the Go-To ethnic group is more well known. This year, FIDR continues giving their support in many fields such as tourism, wet rice production under the SRI model, forming links in the agricultural markets, supporting the activities of two brocade weaving villages. The direct support to the beneficiaries of FIDR has contributed significantly to the sustainable poverty reduction of Go-To people in Guangnam. On July 11th, Hoi An City established a stone crab cooperative of Charm Island with 35 members in Tân Hiệp Commune. The core members of this cooperative will contribute to the better preservation of rocky crabs, the sustainable crab meat exploitation, and the income raising for local people. Accordingly, the cooperative will focus on the conservation of stone crab, the propaganda to raise awareness for residents and visitors in the protection of this creature, and other products on the island such as the forest leaves, wild vegetables. At the same time, develop other products from the local strength such as tea bag, seafood, and travel services. The plan of the cooperative is to develop a concrete approach in operation, committing to stabilize the prices, creating brand names, creating jobs, and increasing income for the people. The cooperative plans to exploit 500 kilograms of stone crab every year to reach the revenue of about 1.2 billion dong after 3 years. Also in Tân Hiệp Commune of Hoi An City on July the 12th, the Management Board of Charm Island Marine Protected Area released 115 turtles back to sea after hatching at Bai Bắc. These baby turtles were incubated from 250 eggs transferred from Con Dao National Park to Charm Island on the 26th of June. The rate of eggs hatched is 98%. The Management Board of Charm Island Marine Protected Area continues to monitor the remaining eggs in Bai Bắc to assess the quality of the infant turtles. It is expected that in August, the Management Board will have 2 more tons transplanting eggs from Con Dao with a total of 500 eggs. This is the 3rd time more than 600 turtle babies have been hatched successfully in Charm Island. The trial transplanting, hatching, and releasing sea turtles is of great significance in the conservation of sea turtles in Cù Lao Chàm, thereby leading to more sustainable marine conservation in order to restore and protect the turtle breeding grounds afterwards. We now come to the end of this week's news. You can rewatch the bulletin on the website qrt.vn. Thank you for joining us, and goodbye for now.